Welcome to the breakdown where we break down all the messed up shit. Big spooky shit today. I don't know if y'all stay up to date on SpookyRice lore, but a few months ago or so I watched a film called Women's Flesh, My Red Guts, directed by Tamakichi Anaru. The same guy who directed Suicide Dolls and Tumbling Doll of Flesh. At the end of Women's Flesh, My Red Guts was a trailer from aroma planning side label Baroque, detailing a piece of media called Rare, a Dead Person. I was shocked for the first time. I never seen something like this before and could only watch like 10 seconds before I just started to feel queasy and overall just scared. But what scares me away is a challenge. I've been charging my key to deal with this movie, and I present you all the first installment of Rare, a Dead Person series, which details about 5 or 6 deaths. I have no idea what happened because it's not subtitled, so I can only infer from what I see. Warning. This is a real death shockumentary, meaning real instances of deceased bodies are going to be discussed. I want you all who care to watch to get a feeling of what it's like to watch a film such as this. I promise that you will not fully see an actual dead person. In other words, you will not see any actual dead body or anything that can make you hide in your hands. This will be heavily censored. I did it. I fucking did it. I watched Rare in its entirety. If you want to see what happens, including all the messed up parts, stay tuned for the breakdown. Cue the Gohan. Rare, a Dead Person. The only piece of media that made me run away. I'm believing this entire film takes place in Thailand. The first body is someone who's been in a motorbike accident. I think he even had a helmet on, but things still went terrible. It's without a doubt a completely real version of Glenn's gruesome death from The Walking Dead. Head is smashed, you can see his teeth, and an eyeball is separate from everything. This cameraman zooms up on a lot of the most gruesome areas, so that's why I can be so descriptive. You can see exposed muscle on his leg. I've never seen anything like that before. It's dark purple and a bone is sticking out. The victim's belongings are very important to this cameraman as well. Okay, so I was in the kitchen, right, and I had some leftover chicken nuggets. I'm thinking, maybe I'll eat one. But in the midst of chewing, I imagined this dead body and had to spit it out. Eating and disturbing breakdown doesn't mix well. Another thing we see is the faces of everybody they're watching. It's always regular people who find the bodies first of all, mostly in this film. So, anybody know what language this is? Tell me if I'm right if this is in Thailand. They soon pick up the body, wrap it up, and use newspapers to scoop up all the brain matter. I'm sure he wasn't in pain very long. More likely a different night brings in a different body. This person has also gotten into some kind of motor accident. His face is covered. In fact, I'd say that it seems as if his skull is all out. His left arm is covered in a black substance, probably some oil. Looks to me like his brain just flew out. They finally turn his body around and we see his face, which looks like a Halloween mask in terms of how blank it looks. Look at this dude, touching on the body like it was a close friend. But then he just kicks the body. What a fucking demon. I've never seen such disrespect. Another night, we got a new person. What the fuck happened this time? A taxi is stuck somewhere and somebody is dead in the back. I'm thinking that somebody murdered the taxi driver. He's been stabbed many times in the chest area. Ooh, they dusted for prints and shit. I feel like a detective. Blood is dry, stab marks on the back seat. Also, the person has had his throat slit, but his death face is nightmare fuel. I've never seen a slit throat before, except in fiction. They try prying his fingers open, but they are stiff because of rigor mortis. They should put some gloves on or something though. Also, they need to trim them fingernails. Another night in Thailand, another dead person found in a man-made water embankment. This body is quite decomposed, I guess. I'd rather say that it's kind of bloated though. From the chest up, he is blue and his face is puffy. His arms are stuck straight in the air because of rigor mortis. I guess this guy died accidentally on his own, probably discovered by all these people. A bloody substance does seem to be dripping down his face though. I don't know how he died, but I guess the damage was more internal. They carry his depth away. They carry his body away soon. Another night, another person. It's an older man and blood is sweeping out of his chest. A gun is discovered right next to him. The incident here seems obvious. He was in a gunfight with somebody and lost. But what's all this they discover next to the body? Another night in Death Town. What happened this time? This is the first car accident we see for sure. Somebody has literally been crushed. In fact, you can barely see anything but his feet 5 minutes into the scene. They use machinery to bring the twisted metal backwards, showing the body of a dead man crushed against his dashboard. I've never seen somebody crushed before. It looks like his insides have been forced outside of his mouth. Soon they have to pull him up by splitting his legs. This is his identification records, but regardless, they wrap the body up. So, here's your warning. This next case is honestly really sad and bothering. But another sad part about it is that this is the world sometimes. At daytime, people are gathered around an abandoned building. It's full of reporters and investigators. Inside the building, a few stairs up, is a room hidden away. In that room is the highly decomposed body of a child. The first half of the recording focuses on the underwear of the child. She's only wearing some kind of small blouse. I'm thinking the idea is that this girl was raped and killed and left there to rot. Rigor mortis really does set in, doesn't it? She's basically legs apart and arms stuck in the air. Two men pick up the body and place it on this green doo-doo mat. I flinched when the cameraman zoomed in on her face. It's tough to describe. I've never seen something like this before because it looks like the inside of what I think is her mouth is pulsating. It's like producing liquid bubbles of some sort. Death is a tough thing to view in real life. They soon cover her body up and carry her outside as everybody watches. The end. That's the end of Rare, a dead person. It just ends with some small scream. Keep in mind, there was no music. You mostly heard just emergency responders barking orders or whatever. I thought that this song would play, this song right here. Y'all probably don't know what this is. It's the music that played at the end of Woman's Flesh, My Red Guts during the duration of the trailer. Turns out that the trailer was 7 minutes long and wasn't just a trailer for the original Rare Dead Person. It was an entire Baroque trailer showing content from all the Rare films. So yeah, I watched the trailer that I was too scared to watch a few months ago. It's mostly the same thing, accidents. It's the murders and deaths of children that are the most disturbing. We see a dead little boy stabbed to death and hidden. Another fully nude girl who was raped and murdered. Another dead boy who might have been in an accident. And a woman leaning on a wall. So now that we got through Rare, a dead person, and Baroque's twisted experiments, let's talk about the most disturbing moment and most enjoyed moment, and that's spooky stuff. Cue to Gohan. So this was my first shockumentary ever. I guess that would be what you call it. I can't find out anything about it, so this video might literally be the only source of info on what happens in this film on the entire internet. Like, I don't know. I mean, you can buy it, sure, but nothing else is left but pictures of the bodies. There was a Severed Cinema review of it, but when they revamped their website, that review is gone. Now there's a page talking about the creators and the other works, which is where y'all can get a look at the death yourself via the screenshots. Some of y'all probably already have though. The most disturbing moment is easily the last case with the little girl. Not only was her death gruesome, but she didn't get a proper burial. She had to be found, and the effects of nature have caused her to look harrowing. I don't even know how she died. The most enjoyed moment was, fuck. Yeah, I'm such a fucking geek. Right when I fucking watched this whole film, I stuck my fist in the air like I just beat Madara or something. But I don't like being anxious about anything in life, really. Especially not any shockumentary after all the disturbing films I watched. And that's it. So, I hope y'all know that I don't intend to disrespect any of the victims in this film, but its purpose was to shock us, and my purpose is to show you how shocked I was. And again, death is a part of life, no matter how gruesome, and I truly feel for the innocent especially. Now, I would be willing to make a video based on other shockumentaries if you desire. You just gotta let me know, and of course, I will be extra careful on what I show. I think I can use sleight of hand techniques against YouTube nowadays though. Thank you for joining me on this journey as I break through something that truly scared me and gave me nightmares. Spooky out!